Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them!
Please, wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try. The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
Exactly.
You're finally done.
And when I say I love it, I mean it.
I have
That
some
means
other stuff
it's-
to take care of.
It's really
Catch
good.
you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck with everything. I'll be here in the village praying for you.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Imagine I wasn't recording right now. Yeah, I'm still recording.
Okay.
Alhaitham!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it.
This statement alone just clarifies or points out that Alhaitham is a reckless individual.
I hope this is clear to you. I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has
Yeah,
the
'cause
power
I
to drive people insane.
literally
But this
just
fact
played
has
that
never
earlier.
been shared with the public. Even I,
About
who has
5
worked in
minutes
the
ago.
academia for some time, was never once informed of this. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They've always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals.
Or
Come to
Alhaitham
think
can
of
talk.
it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. The Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsol's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
This is huge!
Just like my
Wait, why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsol can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base.
I want to get to the exciting part.
Oh,
Oh,
you
it's
made
this
it.
one.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Let's put it on auto.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now, please get ready and put on this device.
Right,
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh, it's different. I thought it was
As
the
a
same.
result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements. Now, open your eyes.
I can't make any more jokes because I'm replaying
Here.
this again. There's no more use in making an initial reaction.
Read it out
Because I
loud.
already made a joke earlier. I can't repeat it. It doesn't have the same impact. I wish I was playing this the
It's
first
done.
time again. God dang it, man.
Is
If
your
my
head okay?
recording just
Does
wasn't
anything hurt?
crap, like,
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you. Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become? A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas. You
My
could
God.
say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands. That's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for the next step. We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought. And in the end, I still can't agree to it.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages. Alhaitham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Cyno? He's turned against our plan.
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Rebot guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
I mean, that's a good plan. That's a good plan since they're gonna drop their guard. They're not gonna think it's obvious at all. It's risky, but it's a viable plan. It's one of the best plans ever to execute this, if you're gonna ask me.
Wait,
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
It's a great plan. I don't know what Cyno is bitching about.
That also sounds like something Alhaitham told you. Am I right?
doesn't Alhaitham know how dangerous this plan is?
But it's effective, Paimon. See, that's the beauty of it.
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Cyno and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. but I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards.
I mean, are you kidding me? He's a buff
To make
dude.
the
He
whole
can
thing more
protect himself.
convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
The guilty
Cyno, on
execution.
behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends, but the goal we are about to achieve is even more important. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support. We will show you the determination of us desert dwellers.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety.
I bet this guy's gonna die.
Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation,
100%.
there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
Hoyoverse loves to kill a certain NPC every Archon quest. I bet he's gonna be that one.
Okay, you have a deal.
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Rebot. They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain El Akhmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain al Ahmar. This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
And I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible, and treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Cyno has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Cyno has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Cyno's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert.
Okay. I actually missed this one earlier.
Considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I wasn't paying that much attention.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler. Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing
They
logic
actually
model.
do a really good explanation
However,
here.
at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic. But can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Cyno, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now,
Got a
you've
smart
joined a
cookie on
team.
your team.
And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled by data. So, in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
For now.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Is that so? I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped by the past.
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembarbo.
Luxembarbo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me. The construct next to her is for her work.
Yeah, this one is stupid right there.
Beep!
Like, how do you not
Honor to meet you. Your golden
see
hair
through
is
that?
as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
She's not. She doesn't even look like a robot.
Have you made a decision
Doesn't look
regarding
like
the
a
matter I
construct at
mentioned
all.
to your subordinate?
How the hell could you fall for that?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known as yourself.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
Map, he just gives him his
In
underwear.
2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Why does he equip his sword like that? He doesn't even have a sword sheath.
Maybe hanging
gonna
around
injure
with
people
General
with that.
Mahamatra isn't so bad after all.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, we're going to strike back against that massive pillar of power. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
Wow, this is your platoon, bro? It looks so small.
Our helpers have arrived already.
There's only 4 of
Let's
you.
hurry over.
Are you serious?
Wait a moment.
This is all the men you can gather?
It's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
This is just a measly
It's
song.
General Mahamatra and his assistants. We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture them alive. They are our only leads for the case. If they die, we will be unable to continue the investigation.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat.
Alright, let's see these Eremites.
Oh? What a warm welcome! What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe you came all this way just to catch us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood. Let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Alright, time to beat your ass, I guess. There's no way you're gonna survive, man. I'm just being real with you. There's no way.
The Temple of Wisdom!
You're all gonna die.
I see everything!
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
You pitiful dendro Archon dogs! You'll regret this!
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Jeshred will curse you, and you will all...
Silence!
Oh!
Wow. You guys got
Restrain them and
kicked
take them
to the
back
face.
to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia as instructed by the General Mahamatra.
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Cyno, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan Rebot and ask for me.
Understood. You are dismissed.
Yeah, get out of here, bitch.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes. Things went perfectly. Once we're done here,
I thought he
I'll return to
kicked him.
Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport. I promise. I'll get everyone into Sumeru City safely.
No worries, Cyno. I know you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's not the time to celebrate yet. I believe Dehya should already be waiting for you. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tighnari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tighnari? What if he'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
I mean, it's Cyno asking, so there's really no need for Tighnari or Tighnari to question our motives.
I have a very close relationship with Tighnari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our side. He knows I won't make jokes about things like this.
Yeah, that part I don't agree with, because your jokes, you can't even distinguish if you're being serious or you're making jokes.
If we need help, Tighnari is the best option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan.
Sorry for roasting you,
Don't
man.
keep them waiting.
But I'm just being real with you. All of that
About
was
time.
crap, man.
Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late.
It's 2 hours
In the
worth of
time it took you to
footage.
get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of.
I almost skipped the dialogue again.
I just like seeing that serious look on your face. Alright, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon as possible. Our
Stop
responsibility is to get a status update
dragging
on
the
Fatui
convo,
Harbinger
okay?
known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord
But we do
Kusanagi.
need this info.
Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gives Paimon the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the Academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis Di and ask for Forest Watcher Tighnari. If alhaitham and Cyno's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tighnari still has the Academia's trust. So, we'll find Tighnari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, depending on what we learn, we'll make any necessary adjustments to our plan. The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard. You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just anyone, you know.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see. If I were to charge you a bill, I guess I can apply a discount. How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good! I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm.
Oh my god, I'm
There are
so
many kinds of
excited,
smiles,
man.
but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's
Can't
consider
contain
this
it.
smile a down payment for our future victory.
The payoff
Let's
is
go.
so good. I
It's time
just
to pay a
can't.
visit to Party's DI.
I want to get into the climax.
Hi,
Oh,
Nari!
it's daytime now.
Ah,
I guess.
Traveler Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend Dehya. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
Yeah, she does have some big news.
It's something really important. Please
You
help
get-
us out.
What I mean? She has some really big news.
Alright, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor, huh?
Come on, just utilize
Strange
the
looking
VA there.
harbinger with the mask.
Why would you?
Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Why would you ask for us to pick in the choices? It's just one choice and it doesn't even change.
Yes, I know
So just
him.
let the VA do their job.
Actually, he left Party's DI just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Cyno is working with us.
Cyno, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the academia. Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Cyno's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might have made it all up?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Cyno, none of you strike me as the type that would conspire to deceive me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
This is why I like him. He's always straight to the
Hypatia?
point.
Why would he want her?
No more Jimbo
And
Jambo.
what do you mean by take
additional
away? Is he
bullshit.
planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent.
Alright, here's the flashback. This is what made it take a long
So
time.
you mean... you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis DI. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment. I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery. Would that be agreeable to you?
I like the doctor's English
Hypatia was born
VA.
in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the
He's
academia.
just so fit for
her
the job.
situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly sign off on this transfer.
As well as Tignari's English VA. He sounds more mature in English. In JP sounds like a child.
Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass.
Maybe I've just been used to hearing his
I
English
don't know
VA.
much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his abilities, to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still, his reaction really concerned me.
This has probably been the best Archon quest.
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today, what with Her Most Noble Majesty the Tsaritsa calling for our return. Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said, you're a responsible and gifted scholar. Sadly, even with all of that, you're still lacking a bit of shrewdness. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Yeah, you're getting tempted to play. Yeah, it's been good so far.
Clown can't help but feel like he's hinting at something unpleasant.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock in his eyes. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation.
How the hell did I not see that
From
comment?
his tone, I can sense that he's always looked down on others.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky. Now that you know a little more, it should be easier for you to stay safe.
Sorry we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started because of me.
Yep, there's so many flashbacks. There's a lot of them.
Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the Academia and assist him with his research.
Man, I can't fucking look
Hasn't
at
he
any more
already asked you
YouTube
several
comments.
times
There's so
before?
many spoilers.
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters.
Too much, right? It's too
the
much.
handwriting and tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. 1 dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe something may have happened to him.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the Academia, to investigate this matter, right?
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe, please withdraw immediately at the first hint of danger.
So this was before
I can do that.
we went to
But I have a
Sumeru.
feeling it won't be that simple. The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the Academia.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. I know what I'm doing. On that note, aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The Academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for sticking to his beliefs. I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long. But in the end, it still caught up to him.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the Academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Cyno became involved in all this. In that case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Cyno again, please help me pass on a message to him.
Sure, man, sure.
Trust your own senses and experiences. I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Pardis DI?
That way.
Yes,
Gotcha.
he's that
Thanks
way.
so much. We'll be on our way.
Yes. No, actually, he's that way.
According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the truth. He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. What did he mean by that? We need to be extra careful when dealing with a person like him.
He's gonna go to the toilet. That's
Just to
what
be
he
safe,
means
let's
by
chase him and
business.
see what we find.
But we have no idea where he went.
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have to do is just follow me.
Look! Fatui soldiers! Thanks to Dehya's tracking skills, seems we found the right place.
Why are you so excited about that?
Don't draw their attention. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Now this is the proper farewell ceremony for a Snej Knight Harbinger.
You guys are blind. How do you not see
Harbinger
me?
is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
Look at how blind they are. What do you mean? This is literally where we're supposed to go.
This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
Nice hiding spot. He can literally see you from there.
He saw us.
Why are you so shocked, Paimon? That's a dumb hiding spot. He can literally see you.
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean there's nobody with him?
And where are all the soldiers we saw on the port just now?
They teleported for script
Just a few
purposes.
minutes ago, but now they vanished.
So this was a trap. Wait, don't tell me that.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Pardis DI. I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away. And if I couldn't...
Oh no! Are you saying they're going to kill her?
Let's go!
Pardis DI is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in Pardis DI for research purposes.
I mean, you're too obvious, sir.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental that you chose to only come here today.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research, much less an ordinary scholar like yourself. I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult for yourself.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears.
You guys are
You can
dead.
keep trying to deny it, but coming to Pardis DI now? I'm pretty sure you're not just looking for herbs.
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Guy's guilty.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile. I may be staying at Pardis DI as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer a forest watcher. It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to Sumeru.
Then it seems our conversation has hit an impasse.
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
Yeah, time to kick some ass. You guys are
These Fatui have really
dead.
crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
Yeah, there's no need to be so worked up about it. They're easily gonna die. Those mushrooms wanted to be a
We're not
part of
getting
it.
anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak around and attack from behind.
Got it! Hypatia's still here. Doesn't look like anyone's broken in. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So,
you think this is over?
I think I'll end it here actually. I'll just continue it somewhat.
What? The Balladeer is here?
I'll continue the half. 'Cause there's another half
I've
of
missed
this.
that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
In your mind and in your head. That's where he is.
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI and made contact with Hypatia.
That was an awkward pause there.
It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you talking to? It can't be the Balladeer, right? That's impossible.
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler! What are you doing?
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are
Your
just
what? Your
some final
defecation?
details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. It's truly laughable. Yes. What is it? Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares. But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you.
You're just emo, bro. I get it.
I was born
Go
to
choose
become
your
a god.
phases.
My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what gives it value. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased a long time ago. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it with such zest and conviction? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species that can only find bliss in ignorance. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower.
But I saw your past
All
as well.
gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon, you'll know what kind of authority you're challenging. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The Doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new god.
I mean, he's second in command in the Harbinger, so yeah, I think he is capable.
You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the Doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift, just like my expression of affection towards Hypatia. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded.
Oh really? You will reward me when you come out? When your banner comes out in 3.3, are you rewarding me with your weapon as well? I really hope you keep your promise there, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Paimon used thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while. Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go! Tainari and Dehya still must be fighting! Hey, what happened to you?
He's hurt. Don't move. I've seen eremites get struck by lightning before. You need to rest.
Why are you sorry? It's all right. I'm sure you also never expected this to happen. Don't blame yourself. My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant. Is Hypatia all right?
Yeah, she's okay.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to move?
Just in case. Let's go to Hypatia's place and talk about things there. Thank goodness she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself first?
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be all right. Let me rest for a bit. Sorry, Traveler. Now you may start.
Okay, wait, hold on.
The Academia's God creation plan. How ridiculous.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is all way beyond me. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I'll only work when I have to. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party's DI.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the Doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to, and left Sumeru in a hurry.
Yeah.
Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the Balladeer. Is that why they tried to seize Hypatia? Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the Doctor's actions. He thinks the Doctor has no right to consider himself as his equal.
So, if the Doctor was to show up again,
There's some conflict between them, clearly.
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he would. Having the Doctor gone benefits him as well as us. In other words, we've successfully completed this stage of the plan. The Doctor is out of the picture now. Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI. Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the others at the Grand Bazaar. Let's continue to keep a low profile. You can head there once you're ready.